best part of my job is that I get to work the cutting edge. I get to interact with not only individuals, but hardware and science that is going to take us to the moon, to Mars, and being a part of the team that is going to get us to that next frontier, to be a part of the team that is going to make humanity really become an interplanetary species. Hi, I'm Daniel Hernandez, and I am a Space Exploration Analog Project Manager here at NASA. An analog is an opportunity for scientists and engineers to expand and explore their understanding of a particular environment or particular set of science-based projects before we actually introduce them into a real-life scenario. CHAPEA is a Mars-forward analog, specifically focused on what we call the surface segment of a Mars mission. And that's where our Mars astronauts would be living on the surface of Mars. We're performing this particular project because we are wanting to make sure that we're getting ready and we are prepared for long-duration exploration type missions, like the moon and even Mars. The significance of CHAPEA is that we have a crew that is living in isolation and confinement for the duration of a year, and we hope to understand the different crew dynamics, the behavior, health, and performance of those crew members while they are living in a long-term isolated and confined environment with a level of resource restrictions. As a exploration project manager, I am directly responsible for making sure that the team as a whole is collaborating. And by team, I'm talking about the scientists, the engineers, and the mission control operators. I also have a responsibility to make sure that I'm managing the budget, that I'm also making sure that the project is on track and on schedule, and we have everything in place for mission success. The CHAPEA habitat is a 3D printed structure. It is approximately 1,700 square feet. So it's like, the size of a small to medium-sized home. And it has, some similarities to a house. You have the rooms where our crew members live. The difference is that they're all identical in size to each other. But we also have a common space or our galley area where crew would commonly meet there for downtime, or that's where they have their meals. And then the largest part of our habitat is really the workroom space. And so this is where crew spends really a large amount of their time throughout the course of the mission, where they are performing different tasks and activities that we would expect a Mars crew to perform. That's everything from growing crops to performing science and engineering activities to even exploring our simulated Martian environment as EVAs or extravehicular activities. This is our opportunity to really understand the different things that we need to start planning for. So in a nutshell, an analog is an opportunity for us to test in a very safe environment before actually moving there. As a kid, I loved to tinker and take things apart just to learn why and how things worked. So everything from the family radio to the family TV. Whether that meant I could put it back together after I took it apart is a different story. My fondest memories growing up were actually working under the hood of our family car with my mom, pulling out alternators and swapping things out, everything from oil changes and brake changes. I never thought that tinkering actually was associated to engineering. Looking back at it, it had everything to do with engineering. It was an opportunity to explore my imagination, to be curious, and just really develop that understanding of how things work and why things are connected. So some advice that I would give to someone who wants to work for NASA or to even jump into the STEM field, engineering, is that no one path is linear, and I know mine wasn't. Failing is a part of the process of learning to create the products, to create the engineering marvels that we have today. Embrace those opportunities where you fail, because it's an opportunity to improve upon yourself, make yourself better. Trust the journey that you're on, trust the path that you're on, because it's going to lead you to where you're meant to be.